Manos the Hands of Fate was a strange little concoction.
I don't really know how to introduce this movie. There's a cult, a dude named Torgo, the Master, Germa watched it, it got a sequel.
Wait. Focus on that last one. Yep. Somehow this weird-ass movie got a sequel. Manos Returns was released in 2018 as a fan sequel, which actually brought back a good amount of the original cast. But here's the thing about it being a fan sequel. It's probably not going to be as good. Try something like Birdemic 2 or The Neighbors. Those were trying to be bad on purpose, which doesn't have the same magic as what the movies they're based on tried to do. Which is part of the reason why this movie was bad. So anyways, let's take a look at what this movie has to offer.
Torgo? What were you doing, Torgo?
Are you sure this isn't the porn parody?
Also, is it just me, or does the music here remind me of that Kevin MacLeod song that Chills uses? You know, Ice Demon? The opening segment is the elusive example of how being shot well can make your movie less interesting. I mean, if it tried to emulate the original, it would be unbearable, but even then, this is just sort of average. Also, what is happening? I thought Torgo died by being grabbed a bunch of times.
Okay, I like that they modernized Torgo's theme, but nothing compares to the original.
And this time they have the budget to actually kill Torgo instead of just grabbing him. Once again, why is Torgo dying again? Didn't we already do this song and dance?
Is he dead? Not yet.
Okay.
After that little segment, we cut to... Yo. It's like the original! It's a reference! I will say, it is a neat idea to repurpose the original movie's 15 minutes of driving as an opening credits sequence. Also, the original actress for Debbie is actually one of the writers of this movie. Hell, she's probably the most involved out of the original cast. After the opening credits sequence, we're introduced to our new main cast. And they're talking about So Bad It's Good movies.
Sequels are a whole separate subject.
It's a reference, guys. It's a reference. It's a reference. It's a reference. Also, I like how they reference the original movie having a completely unrelated couple making out by having another horny couple who's part of the main cast. I tuned out during this conversation. I think they talked about the moon or something.
That reason is to enjoy the very special appearance of the glowing orb in our sky.
More montages, puggers. Guys, remember, in the original movie, police pull over. Bravo give.
Whatever it is that you're not doing, don't do it somewhere else. There's no luxury resort around here that I know of.
Okay, so, they took a wrong turn. Just, fix your GPS? Maybe?
This is once again a scene where nothing much is actually said. But then we have another driving scene.
Every time a scene ends, they drive. That's what I'm getting from this.
All of a sudden they have to stop because the GPS stopped working. They back up a bit and see a sign that wasn't there before.
Ah, you just missed a turn is all.
That wasn't there before.
You've been driving for a while. You must have just missed it.
Are these people trying to gaslight their best friend?
Now that we have a friendly sign with an arrow on it, why don't we just follow it? What's the worst that could happen?
Murder hippies? Murder hippies. That's an oxymoron.
You do realize there's a murder hippie epidemic, right? That's the reason why we've been stuck in our houses for most of 2020.
Another driving scene. Fast 10, The Family of Manos, coming soon. Now we cut to somewhere else and...
Debbie? Wake up, sweetheart.
See now, Grandma? Check.
This is the mom from the first movie. Same actress, too. I guess the master hates clean mirrors or something? I'm guessing the master did a lot to screw her up because she's just completely out of it.
Debbie? Wake up, sweetheart.
Debbie, why aren't you dumped over by a grown woman, Debbie? The fabric of reality has been broken.
Just you and me and Pepe.
Thank you, Manos Returns, for making me check what the dog's name was in the original movie, because who the hell is Pepe? Alright, yeah, it is the dog. To be fair, though, I think the amount of times they say his name in the original movie can be counted on one hand.
Daddy? Honey, you're so silly. You never had a daddy.
Is this their way of saying having the dad as the new Torgo wouldn't be as interesting, so we just brought Torgo back from the dead? Because remember, the ending to the first movie implied that Torgo died and would be replaced by Michael.
To be fair, Torgo was the most iconic part of the first movie, and I'm probably also looking way too deep into Manos lore.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
I remember this.
We cut back to the main cast, and I guess the master does renovate the place every once in a while. Hey, camera guy, the camera's a bit close, don't you think?
Pat, what have you done to us?
Hey, Airbnb has never failed me before.
I enjoy the mental image of Manos using an Airbnb account. Oh, there he is, there's the boy.
What is that?
This is gonna be a real Toby Fox kind of soundtrack, huh? Leitmotifs here and there.
No. Look, he's like a fawn out of Narnia.
Okay, is that supposed to be a reference to the satyr thing? Because if it is, then that's like the one reference I'm fine with.
Well, this certainly cannot be the place.
What is with this camera? We don't need to see every pore on her face.
We cut to Debbie, who is now doing a little prayer.
And bring us to the will of Manos.
No.
I am Torgo.
Torgo? Me, Jay. She, Nikki. She... what?
So this guy's just gonna be the ableist one, huh? I will say, the new actor playing Torgo does a good job replicating the performance in the original movie.
I am Torgo. I take care of the place while Debbie and the master are away.
So it seems like from what Torgo said here and what we saw in the last scene, Debbie seems to be taking the place of the master in this movie.
Oh, so I'm not the only one who gets off the car's not starting. It's good to know.
They keep cutting back to these horny fucks during this exchange. Is the movie trying to say they were responsible?
Alright, babe, you know what would be a really funny prank? First, I'll be ableist.
We don't have a phone. Debbie and the master don't approve of such devices.
Is Debbie Amish? Torgo brings the gang into the house and he turns into a broken record. I think this is new to the movie. In the original, Torgo did repeat himself a lot, but at the very least the delivery was different each time.
There is no way out of here. It will be dark soon. There is no way out of here. It will be dark soon.
This house looks like it hasn't had a roof for 20 years.
What are you talking about? The roof is right there. You're looking right at it.
They keep begging Torgo to let them stay the night, and he just fucks off. Average Discord call.
Hello?
This dude creamed his pants, you can tell.
That girl in her nightgown just giggled at me.
Like that's the first time that's ever happened to you.
Well, you know, you're his girlfriend, so, is that what you do? Is that what, like, your RP sessions are like?
There's also a subplot about Clara, the redhead girl, being sick or something. But you know, not sick, more like...
Sorry. You apologize a lot.
You can probably tell where this is going.
So, what happened with that guy that you were seeing?
Dear God, don't you have a restroom you want to use or something?
This is like the one thing I actually like about this movie. And I want to know what the original movie would have been like with a domestic abuse subplot.
What kind of bathroom doesn't have a mirror in it?
Me going to my parents' bedroom to tell them I threw up. Clara looks at some of the photos on the walls and says they all look sinister. I mean, yeah, this photo from a frat party and the scrap drawing from the Utopia comic do have those vibes, but what about the photo of this couple getting married? What's sinister about this?
That bitch is dead.
We cut back to these two going through the woods to try and find a way out. They start bickering with each other, and Pat, aka Driving Woman, mentions that she's ruining Claire's vacation. We cut back to Claire, and she starts to form a bit of a bond with Torgo, right after going all WWE on him. I will say that Torgo's character in this one feels more like a scared and confused child than the weird creep he was in the original. We go back to Debbie doing her cult thing, and
is thy presence in this realm as I come before thee. Hear me. Hear me.
I love this movie. The Master's back. And by back, I mean that he stands in front of a green screen for most of the movie.
I finally found what
Okay, so from what I can gather, the Master is doing like an energy transfer or something. Who's this? Who's this? Old people everywhere. Are these people who got pulled into the cult or something? Then Nikki, aka Piss Woman, walks in on the mom having her manic episode, and she starts to talk to her like she's Debbie.
Okay.
Oh no, the Party City decoration grabbed her.
The mom then snaps out of her delusion and starts telling her to leave as soon as possible, only to go back into her dazed and confused state. I see Debbie got a painting too, and the Master started to prefer cats to dogs. Then the painting starts talking to her with the Master's voice. I guess it's supposed to symbolize that Debbie has become the Master? After that little magic trick, that's the most pathetic fall I've ever seen. We go back to these two walking through the woods, and they still haven't found anything.
At least things can't get any worse, right?
They can. Things can always get worse. You could get really sick, or you could die, or someone you know could die.
I didn't realize you were so pessimistic.
So, you came to this creepy-ass house in the woods, and you didn't expect to die?
Yeah, or a pack of wild dogs roaming free.
It feels like there should have been a laugh track after that. Yeah. We go back to Clara and Torgo, and I still don't know what they're doing. Just walking around. Would you look at that? Torgo looks distressed. He's actually acting. Okay, this next part I actually like.
Oh, you're afraid of them. You don't have to stay here. Let me help you. I was hurt once too by somebody that I trusted. You can get out of this.
I cannot leave.
This is like the one good idea in this movie. Torgo actually seems terrified here. Why wasn't this effort put into other parts of the movie? I get this is a sequel to a So Bad It's Good movie, but I think trying to take a mess and make something good out of it is far more interesting than trying to create another mess on purpose. This seems like the one time they try to do that. Take Torgo and change him from the creepy meme man into a sympathetic character. But other than that, this movie is really boring. We then cut back to the two police officers, and I guess this had a low budget, but that's not a cop car. Never mind, they put this on the side, totally a cop car. They find the sign, and magically the trail appears.
Good. You go get the car, and I'll wait here.
Bro, the car's like 10 feet away. We then get the first scene between Debbie and her mother.
There seems to be an unusual energy around here today.
Oh?
Oh, you know, that's just the vibes.
The mom seems to have forgotten that this woman is Debbie because she says,
No, I spent the afternoon with Debbie. We had a picnic.
Debbie, I'm scared. You're supposed to be dubbed over. Why did that sound like Lois Griffin? Peter, I'm in Manos, the hands and feet. Or Lois. This scene boils down to Debbie asks question, mom doesn't answer, goodbye. Okay, how many times are we gonna cut back to these two until something happens?
Don't you know about all this woodsy stuff?
Why? Because I'm a lesbian?
No. Bi people are the one who know about the woods. Lesbians know about ghouls.
Son of a bitch. What are you talking about now?
Funny little green ghouls.
What? Like in movies and cartoons?
Little green ghouls, buddy.
Don't write ghouls.
I'm not.
I'm putting travel. Jesus Christ.
Just pull the camera back. The camera is a bit close, don't you think? Okay, you know what? Something's finally happening.
Hi there. We're a little lost.
Did the camera operator not know that you can zoom out? One of them eats a bug, probably just for shock value. They run away from them and end up back at the house. We go back to Torgo and Clara and... Okay, he's gone. The wives have Torgo now. You did not hit him that hard. Shut up. Also, I think she's enjoying this. Nikki is having some weird fever dream. I don't know what's happening, but I think she's about to enter the spirit realm. That's what I'm gathering from this. Clara tries to wake Nikki up when suddenly Jay, aka the frat guy, and Pat return. And Nikki's gone.
Come on, you had her right there. Right there.
Come over here for a while. Hey, baby, do you hear what I say? I don't have time to be waiting all day. Just believe me that it's not awful wrong. There's a reason.
Okay, so Nikki is flirting with some random dude, and then she's back on the ground. Yo, Torgo and Debbie found the loot. Torgo prepares her for sacrifice while the wives do whatever this is. Another change that the wives in the original seem like they all despise each other, but here they're just those weird kids in the corner of the cafeteria during lunch. AKA me. Alright, more guitar vibing time.
The way you're digging my style. Hey boy, do you have what I need? Don't have time if you don't have a key.
Where's everyone?
I don't know.
Been waiting so long. Is there a reason
I only live to serve you.
Could the master not show up on set? So you just had him do random shit in front of a green screen? Okay, so it seems like these ghosts come to life when it's time for a sacrifice.
I'm sorry. I'm just getting scared.
Silence!
Yeah, shut up. You're talking at average volume. That's interrupting the ritual happening in the other room.
Did we really need the titty shot?
If you watch this movie, make sure no one's home. No, they're not gonna think you're watching porn. They're just gonna be disappointed that you didn't choose porn.
Yeah, man, show off those pearly whites. The wives start doing something that would definitely make someone think you're watching porn. Meanwhile, Becky looks done with their shit. Clara stumbles in on it, and yeah, she forgot to act. Clara asks Torgo why... Clara asks why... I cannot say the word asks. You know, I'll just say ass. Clara asks why Torgo is still alive, and oops, he lost his hand. Just get some Elmer's glue, buddy, you'll be fine. Or use Gorilla Glue, that might also work. Torgo keeps telling her to leave, but then we cut back to the mom. She's doing her iconic hallucination when Torgo and Clara stumble in on her. Immediately, she snaps out of it and hides them in the closet.
Nikki.
How did your friend have more of a reaction to your girlfriend looking like that than you did?
Nikki falls. Back to Grandma. Debbie is mad at her mom because she wasn't at the ceremony.
What have you done to her?
She belongs to Manos.
He must be punished.
I think he'd enjoy that.
Man must be
Okay, so it seems like they still have the hand killing of the original movie. We cut back to the heated debate, and it seems like this is the movie's version of the Torgo and Master confrontation.
Power? Your power fails you. You're losing control. See, even Torgo defies you.
What was the point of hiding them there if you were just gonna show her where they were?
Let's go, Grandma!
The mom then tells Torgo to take Clara away from here. Clara tells Torgo to come with her, but he says he needs to stay so that he doesn't die.
Okay, but isn't the whole point of that sort of storyline that the character would choose to abandon infinite life? Torgo's a selfish prick.
Also, are they about to play Space Oddity?
Manos makes you eternal, but only in the house of Manos. I cannot leave.
Epic troll
Here.
to major cringe. Oh shit, the police found her. The police ask her what happened in that house, but all of a sudden...
Thank Manos we got here in time.
And we did it. We reached the movie's punchline, and that was Manos Returns. There was another Manos movie released after this called The Rise of Torgo, which was a prequel, but I couldn't find a way to watch it in time for this video. Not even the 7 Seas. Yeah, this video was supposed to be about 2 movies, but, you know, only watched 1. But in conclusion, they should make another movie and cast Germa in it.